Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Tonight, we are going to be talking about The Departed. This is another Martin Scorsese banger that I've just been dodging for as long as I can remember. I feel like I was told to watch this movie when I was 5, and now that I'm 26, I'm finally getting around to watching all of these bangers and loving every second of them. I knew nothing going into this movie at all. I had seen no clips. I just knew the weight that this film carried. And a lot of people, when I tell them that I'm not the biggest Scorsese fan, or that, I do enjoy his movies, but he's not my favorite director, they always would point to this film and say, you have to watch this, you'll love it. And I mean, there's absolutely no doubt. This is my new favorite Scorsese film. I watched it twice, and then I waited about a week to let it marinate. I didn't want to make this review rushed, as much as I love to put out these videos as fast as I can for you guys. I just wanted to sit with it because, oh my god, dude. You watch a movie like Uncut Gems, and then you watch a movie like The Departed, and you're like, oh, okay, so that's how you build up a character and make it sad when they get, spoiler alert, everybody, big spoiler alert, they get shot in the face. Everybody in this movie gets shot in the face. It's insane. And I bring up Uncut Gems, and I'm going to go on a little bit of a tangent, because I was not a fan of Uncut Gems. I've not made a video about Uncut Gems. I will at some point, because I'm very passionate about it, and I think that everybody's a little too... obviously Adam Sandler's performance in Uncut Gems was phenomenal, but I had a problem with the fact that there was literally nobody that I was rooting for in that movie ever. There was no one that I wanted to win. When he got shot in the head, I was like, oh, okay, it really shocked me for sure, but I was just like, yeah, he's dead now. He deserved it. I mean, who really gives a shit, right? In this film, the way that Scorsese builds up this amazing cast of characters, which, by the way, we've got Leo starring next to Matt Damon and Jack Nicholson. I mean, when are you ever going to see that again? This is another reason why I love these young Leo movies, too, where he's just, like, you actually see him taking roles that aren't, like... they're the lead, but they're not, like, the only end-all, be-all kind of lead, which is what, Leo and Matt Damon, they're really looking for. And that's why we're probably never, ever going to see this again, where two people like this star in such a major, major production. So, the buildup of these characters that we get that through Scorsese's lens is just so beautiful. I love that this film is like 2.5 hours. It's the perfect runtime for a movie like this. It really needed that, because when everybody starts getting shot in the face, you are just devastated. I mean, and I'm not going to go through the entire plot of the film. I kind of hate every time I listen back to my videos and I just go over the entire plot. But if you haven't seen the movie and you don't care about the spoilers, because you're obviously still here, then this film is just about straight up rats and lying and deceit, and just everybody is not who they seem. Leonardo DiCaprio is a real cop going undercover as a fake criminal to try to infiltrate Jack Nicholson's gang, who apparently runs this entire city. They're Irish. That's a point that they bring up like 4 or 5 times, and it's like an overarching theme in the movie, but it really adds nothing. I think that was a little bit weird. I think Scorsese just has like this Irish boner or something going on with that whole kind of era, but whatever the case may be. And Matt Damon is Jack Nicholson's like prodigy that he took in when he was a little kid, showed him the ropes of how to be a criminal, and now Matt Damon is becoming a fake cop. He's becoming a cop, but he's an undercover criminal as a cop. Now, Matt Damon works through the ranks, and he gets promoted pretty quick to being in the detective's office of, this place in Boston by the harbor. And also, I just love how everybody has a Boston accent in this, too. It's just so great, because so many of the people that were cast in this have a Boston accent, and I actually think that Leo can pull off the Boston accent, and it was not bad at all. I think him code switching was phenomenal as well. We'll get into all the performances in a little bit here. I'm riding around on the sand now. This is a motorcycle, not a dirt bike. I don't know what I'm doing here. All right, yes, I am playing this live, by the way. I do not do any editing because I just don't understand. I'm a stupid, small-brained man. Anyway, so All of these things are happening as Matt Damon is getting promoted. Now, Leonardo DiCaprio goes deep undercover and gets put into jail by the police commissioner and his sidekick, Mark Wahlberg, whose last name is Dignam. Shout out to Dignam. He is our hero in the entire story, as much as you might not realize it. This dude has such a fat mouth when you first are introduced to him, and so you're just kind of like, oh yeah, he's just a stereotypical, masshole, whatever you'd call it. And he's not really like gonna be there to save anybody. He doesn't really care about anybody besides catching Jack Nicholson. So they take Leo and they put him in jail so that he can seem more legit. And then they make him go and infiltrate Jack Nicholson's gang. And he does so pretty flawlessly, pretty easily. He's got family members that were connected, so it's just kind of an easy transition to getting him into the gang. Meanwhile, the police chief, Queenan, and Dignam, the sidekick, they decide not to tell anybody in this special investigations unit that Matt Damon is leading. They don't tell anybody who their mole is in Jack Nicholson's operation, because Costello is Jack Nicholson's name. Costello. We're going to call him that now. In Costello's operation, they suspect a rat. In the special investigations unit, they suspect a rat. So there's just the entire cat and mouse game, literally and figuratively, going on the entire time, and it's so tense. Matt Damon and Leo are basically looking for each other, and they can never find each other. They come close a few times. And there's a lot of things where you watch this back the second time, which I'm so glad I did before making this video, that you'll pick up on and go, oh, okay, he walked out of the office when Leo was going in for his interview, and Leo didn't get a glimpse of his face. So he's never even seen him. He barely even heard his voice. All of this stuff. And it leads you down this path of like, wow, I really, really, really want, obviously, you want Leo to take everybody down. But the charisma and the lies of Matt Damon almost start like putting you in a spot where you feel uncomfortable about like whoever's gonna win this. And so basically the queen and the police captain ends up getting killed, and Leo gets confronts Matt Damon on top of a rooftop. And that's where we see him take him down and say, listen, you're getting arrested. I know you're the rat. He finds out the twist in this beautiful way of seeing this envelope on a desk at the very last moment when they finally meet each other face to face, and Leo still thinks that Matt Damon is a real cop. He notices this envelope that he gave the Castillo that he would never have gotten if he wasn't, if Matt Damon wasn't close to Jack Nicholson's character. So he puts two and two together, arranges to meet him on top of the building where Queenan got thrown off of and killed. And he meets him there and tries to arrest him. And so he puts him into handcuffs, and then he gets held at gunpoint by a guy that he was in the police academy with, and tells him basically to let him go. That's their new police chief, basically. And everything gets super, super tense. So you're thinking to yourself, well, Leo is definitely going to get away. Now, at this point, we're deep into the third act. And this is why I think this movie felt so special to me, is I think that when you get a 2.5 hour movie, you better make those last fucking 30 minutes be the best thing that I have ever seen, because it's a 2.5 hour movie. I'm really investing a lot of my time. I know a lot of people don't want to admit, oh yeah, I can sit down and I can watch a 2.5 hour movie like it's nothing. But dude, when you see an easy, fun movie that's less than 2 hours, or like 2 hours and 10 minutes, or maybe even a comedy that's like 90 minutes, those are enticing, because not all of us have 2.5 hours to just sit in front of the TV. And maybe we do have it, but we don't want to give that away. It's just a lot of commitment. So you're thinking to yourself, well, maybe Leo's just going to arrest him, and then, everything's going to be fine and hunky-dory. Obviously, there are going to be some problems. No, as soon as they get downstairs through the elevator, Leo gets shot directly in the face. I have not been that shocked watching a movie in such a long time. Probably since I saw Yoshi come out in Super Mario Galaxy. No, I'm just kidding. Watch that latest video. That one's right before this. But I really was so taken back. When he got shot in the head, I just didn't even know what I was supposed to think. And so while I'm still in that state of shock, then Matt Damon gets up and realizes that another guy that's been in the police force that shot Leo in the head was actually another undercover rat that was from Castillo's gang as well. So they were both working for the same guy, but they didn't know it. And he ends up just shooting that guy in the head because that guy's a fucking psychopath. He also ends up shooting another one of the cops that Leo had went to the academy with. Also, at this point, Matt Damon has murdered Castillo and his entire gang because he found out that Castillo, the one that is, Jack Nicholson, the one that's running this entire huge crime family, is the gang leader, or is an FBI informant, and has been giving up everybody that was about to go down for, like, FBI immunity or whatever. And so he finds that out, and even though Matt Damon loves him and this guy's taking care of him for so long, he kills him for being a rat, which is obviously what this entire movie's about. It's about the deception, the lies, ratting on people. Everybody's lying to everybody. Obviously, if Castillo has a rat, then he might be a rat himself. If he likes hanging out with these rats, then, that's just kind of how it is. And I think that was, like, beautifully executed. Some people say that it's a little bit on the nose, how much, oh, yeah, we know it's a rat. There's, like, a rat at the very final scene, and it's like, oh, yeah, we got it, buddy. But, I still think that it was perfectly executed. I think that everyone played their roles phenomenal. I do love seeing young Leo, like I said. And so, anyways, Leo gets murdered. Matt Damon gets paraded around for about 20 minutes. Your jaw is still basically hanging off the floor. And you hate Matt Damon because he's getting this, like, medal of whatever. He saved everybody. He tells this fake story about how, that Leo wasn't undercover, but the other guy killed him because he's a fucking idiot or something. I don't even remember. And I'm kind of losing my train of thought. I need to stop right now in GTA and really just get myself together. So he ends up getting to his life back to normal. His girlfriend does leave him, and she does have a baby, which I'm pretty sure is Leo's baby because Leo and Matt Damon were also fucking the same girl, which I don't even know why that was a part of the story. I thought that was a little stupid and unnecessary, but she did have to deliver that plot device at the end where she is the one that basically exonerates, Leo after his death and gets Matt Damon found to be the one that, is the actual rat and found guilty of his murders and all these things. So you think that he's maybe going to go to jail because she's got all this evidence, all this stuff. You see him coming back to his apartment, Matt Damon. He walks in. We haven't seen Mark Wahlberg's character for over an hour in the film. He's quit the entire police force after the police captain died. And he just is wearing, like, a whole baggy thing and these trash bags on his freaking shoes, and he just shoots Matt Damon in the head. The guy with the most words the entire movie, that talked the most shit, had nothing to say. He just shot him in the head, pulled down his beanie, and just kept it pushing and walked out. And I guess you're hoping at that point that, he's going to be the only one that survives, and he's going to go ahead and let everybody know this guy was the rat, even though he killed him, hoping that Mark Wahlberg won't be persecuted for this. I've seen some theories of people saying, that means that Mark Wahlberg was also in on Costello's gang and he killed Matt Damon because he killed Costello. It's like, no, dude. I think that Mark Wahlberg was a real cop that was pissed the fuck off that his police chief got thrown off of a fucking building. And, I think that it's just, I think people do think into it a little bit too far. I am losing my train of thought. I feel like I'm all over the place, but I'm going to post this review anyways, because I have to try out a few new things, and I really wanted to talk about The Departed before it slipped my mind. It had just been so long since I actually watched the film. All right, so here, I am now going to unveil my new end screen. Thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'm going to actually play an outro song as well, so I want you to stick around for that, okay? I want you to enjoy it, and we're going to switch over to the outro now. So thank you guys. Like and subscribe. let me know what video you'd like to watch or what movie you'd like me to review next, and I will review it. Let me know down in the comments. Shout out to you guys for all the support. I know this one feels a little thrown together, but I'm having a burst of creativity, and I'm changing a bunch of things on the channel, and I'm trying new things, and I really want everything to work. So shout out to you guys. All right, here it is. End screen coming in for you right now. Thank you all for watching.
It's nice to rest your eyes and maybe go outside.
I don't know how to edit, so, you know, I mean, so I had to click that, you know. And I mean, hey, this song is like a minute long. Now I'm talking, I don't want to, what am I supposed to do, mute my mic? And I don't know. All right, you guys, have a nice night. Thanks for watching. I don't know. I worked a long time on this end screen. Somebody comment about it. Let me know. I mean, come on, guys. I'm struggling over here. I did 100 subscribers. I'm screaming in the void. I'm saying, help! Help! Like, subscribe. Be here every day. Listen to my rambles. The only reason why I'm doing this right now is because I know nobody sat through all that bullshit for the entire video. There's no way. All right. You guys stay safe. I'll talk to you later. You guys are awesome. Is it over yet? Oh, it's over now. Okay. That's it. That's all, folks. Bye-bye.